Oh, yay. I knew it was going to start sooner or later. Thank you. What you got, dude? I'll just sit here fucking. Oh, yeah, I got it. I'm going to sleep. Earlier. Alright. As long as your reasonable enjoyment is impeded, don't worry about mine. Clearly, you've been doing that for the past year anyways, but hey, keep out. I think when you stomp so hard, I have things down here that rattle. That's how hard you're stomping. Just random objects like a glass and a can of deodorant and stuff, they're just sitting there. And it's like when you stomp that hard, they rattle. Nice. Apparently that's reasonable. On light objects and belongings down here, they're supposed to rattle and slowly vibrate because you're talking up there. I mean, obviously, that's the way vibrations and sound works, but it's like, no, apparently that's supposed to be all like, I don't know, like that sound. I like knowing that it's so expensive that it rattles shit down there. Or as I mentioned, I'm hard enough on sitting in my chair, I can actually feel it. Whether I'm sleeping, sandwich, trying to read, watch something, don't matter. It's still kind of disturbing. I don't know, a minute and 40 seconds, I don't know. That was 10 seconds. Okay, where would you go, dude? Oh, sorry. Oh, and there's budget performance as always. It's amazing because everybody's at a loss at how this would be disturbing or disruptive for anyone or how it might infringe upon somebody's reasonable enjoyment except me. Weird. Weird. Yeah, I wanted to go to sleep earlier. They were only down from about 10 to 11. It's like I couldn't do it fast. Been quiet for a little bit. I thought I'd do it now. No, no. Anytime I go to, like, even like I said, it's just sitting here eating a sandwich or watching TV or trying to read something. No, it's kind of disturbing and disruptive. Like when you stop hard enough, like I say, you make stuff I have rattle. Like I suppose I should move it, but I got it. Do I have to get rid of everything I own just so this way it doesn't rattle when you stop that hard because you're sending vibrations through the floor that hard? Do I have to? That's crazy to think that. It ain't like I have my ceiling lined with bells or anything. It's just appurtenances and items that I use. They still vibrate. That's how hard you're fucking stopping that point. Nice. Thank you. Noises. It sounds somewhere between like farm animals and circus animals, but I'm not sure which one. Sounds like it's somewhere between there. Holy shit. I was gonna lay down for a while, no, no. Actually, when I sleep and when I'm woken up is dictated all the time. No matter if I sleep at night, no matter if I try to grab a few hours when it's quiet during the day. So, like, what was it, about 10 minutes? I didn't go to sleep last night for about 1:30. Before I woken up, matter. Weird though, because I understand I'm supposed to have a right to reasonable it's hard to enjoy anything like that. And I'm not making banging and something like over here fucking that every day or fucking eat you either. Right. I've resigned my belief and expectation of reasonable enjoyment again there today, so don't worry. I got her. I'm not allowed to do anything without listening to you fucking stop and bang shit, right? That's on the menu every fucking day, ain't it? It has to be. Well, that's their reasonable enjoyment. Well, what about mine? I just wonder, what about mine at any point? Huh? I got 2 days that were fairly quiet last week out of a fucking year about. And it's like, yeah, what about mine? I wonder when mine will start to matter again. Boy, I tell you, it doesn't seem to matter. I don't listen to somebody who don't work. Somebody else does have to work to try to earn a living. Well, listen to what they got to do on a fucking day. That's nice. Nice. Day off, work day, don't matter. It's always there. It's always part of the fucking day. Ever since you fucking moved in, man. Well, 2 months after you moved in, 6 weeks after you moved in. I'm there. Every fucking day. Wow. Or between the first week and the second week you moved in, and up until the noise really started and it's on a daily basis, and then there's 2 weeks in there where it's like, that's a reasonable because I what is it? This degree of caliber. That's September on. Every fucking day. Like I said, I'll give you credit because I mean it's a little bit less than it was before, but not really. Not really. Like last night until now, probably have at least 4 or 5 anyways. And so the rest of the day as well, we still got 10 hours, 18 minutes, 41 hours, an hour. Okay. Bullshit. Stomp, 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 man, that's lovely. Apparently, you've never lived above somebody before, so you don't know better, and you're just not aware of your own body and the noises it makes and how it can disturb others. You're 50 years old, but this stuff has eluded you your whole life. That is fucking amazing. Yeah, stop, man. Stop. Maybe drop a bunch of stuff on the floor like you did yesterday there. You know, why not? Stop a little. I'm already awake. Like, I have no expectation of anything better for my day besides listening to this all day, so, you know. I just want to now. When I go to bed later tonight, it'll be the same thing, right? Like I'll be woken up to a sound about 45 minutes later, or I'll have to wait until I hear that. Oh, well, now it sounds like they finally stopped knocking and taking around. Then I can go to sleep, right? That's nice. That's nice. Fucking lovely. I think that's what I like the most. Is not only is it all day, it still leaks into the night. You know. Like I say, originally I was thinking about going to bed by about 12:30. No sooner than I was actually getting ready to do that. Oh, there's somebody out down the stairs there. That's good. But then I waited another hour. Decided, okay, now it seems pretty quiet. It's been quiet. It seems quiet. I'll try to go to sleep. No, sir. Camera on there for a few minutes. It seemed to die down after that. A couple thuds in the middle of the night, eh? Like I said, it's one thing to hear floorboards creak, stuff like that. That's one thing. Oh, you accidentally drop something. Yeah, no, people don't spend the whole day accidentally dropping something. After probably like 10 times, it stops being an accident, right? Surely. Stops being an accident and either you're incapable or you're deliberately doing it. It's one of the two. It's not anything to do with, oh, I just can't. It's just not. Like I said, it don't matter. Listen to it all fucking day whenever it comes to go day. And then even at night, there's still gotta be something with this motherfucker up. Gotta wait till you are allowed to go to sleep because of the work days and even when I was working the 12-hour shifts, it didn't matter. You know, you get home at 7 in the morning, I'll go to sleep for a while. No, no. Off and on all day long. Switch to yeah, days, and it's like get home at 7 at night. You're still up till about 12, 1 o'clock listening to them stuff. Meanwhile, you got to get up and go back to work for 7 in the morning. They don't work, so they can do this all day, and it's like, yeah, no. How the hell does anybody that does actually have a working, living life function under this? I just don't understand. But apparently, your reasonable enjoyment of your tenement precedes mine. I'm not sure how. I honestly ain't sure how. Especially since one is a contributor and the other is generally a receiver when we look at the economy, right? I have to contribute before I can get anything. You just receive freely. And it's like, I guess that means that you're able to have more reasonable enjoyment than me for something. I don't understand that. It's like, god damn, you're pretty fucking entitled though, aren't you? Threaten people, you can lie, you can fucking make all the noise you want. It's the person that's suffering it that has to continue because Apparently, I don't have any rights. That's amazing. It's astounding, really. Let alone the landlord won't do anything to improve the place to some sort of renovation to reduce the noise. They won't do nothing about all the noise you make. And I don't really believe they have to renovate to do anything about the noise. All they have to do is just get people that don't stomp and bang shit all day. They had a tenant like that. She wound up moving out. Probably got a better place to live, I would assume. So, closer to a school or closer to a job or more affordable. I could tell you. Never had any issue of noise and having to listen to it throughout the day, or I got to sit up till about 1 or 2 in the morning because you never know when the neighbors are going to start stomping. But you can go to sleep, but chances are you'll be woken up before that. I just don't get it. It's so fucking lovely. 25 minutes so far. Got a 2 minute gap every now and then or something so far because I don't think it's even been that long. And a 2 minute gap maybe there has. Don't seem to go too long before the next couple stomps come. Ah, no, give her what you got, dude. Give her what you got. You know? Got a new few subscribers, so at least they'll have some new content to watch, right? You don't have to rely on the former current content to even watch. Thank you. I hope we do wind up on the news. I honestly do. Why? Why? Like I said, it'd be one thing to hear like a thud or something, like you heard a thud, and then you didn't hear nothing again for like several hours or something. Dude can't even make it a fucking minute or two. No, 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 they can make as much noise as you want. No, you're supposed to like where the fuck is my reasonable enjoyment? I'm supposed to have some too, and it's like, yeah, no, it's hard to fucking enjoy anything like this. Like I said, the only reason I'm trying to sleep was because I got fucking woken up last night and I didn't get all the fucking sleep I wanted. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be trying to sleep right now. Got to sleep pretty fucking peacefully as you wanted, right? Somewhere around 2 o'clock, you went to bed. You get up, start making noise till about 10 or 11. So you got all the sleep you wanted. Ah, I never get you. That's weird. Of course, I'm gonna have to try and sleep during the day if I'm not allowed to sleep at night without getting woken up. Of course. It wouldn't be much different than if I was trying to eat a sandwich and you slapped the sandwich out of my hand. Of course, I'm gonna have to try and pick it up and eat it again later, or make another sandwich and try, right? Way or another, I'm gonna have to try and get food into me, just like I'm gonna have to try and get rest. It's not hard to figure out. But even if I'm sitting here awake, do you think it's fucking fun to listen to for going on 30 minutes? Oh, it's a real ball. My God. Yeah. Nice. That's nice. Real civilized human being up there, I tell ya. Poor bears would look at you if they could, and they'd be like, my, we've come such a long way. Uh, yeah, 9 more minutes. That was the thing. I just wanted to try like down for about 45 minutes, an hour. How about I don't like fucking burning stomach and nausea or something with this, fucking headache. We wouldn't ever want any of that to go away. We wouldn't want to let him get rid of that for a little bit. No, sir. No, sir. Talk like normal human beings. We don't have this on the floor all the time. But we're going to anyways, because that's what makes us up with anything. I think is reasonably enjoyable. Personally, I think what's reasonably enjoyable is not having to hear someone stop and bang overhead every fucking couple seconds. That's what I think is enjoyable. I think it's pretty enjoyable to sit here and be quiet, fucking have clarity of mind, being able to not be distracted or interrupted, or I think that's pretty nice. Here's what I think is enjoyable as compared to what you think is enjoyable. Contrast, anyways. I'll tell you. So I hope I got it. So be it. So be it. Because I genuinely don't believe on that. I want to be quiet and not have these. Hey, there were sentences before you know this. You have to listen to them. You have to. You shouldn't have to. You want to make noise like that? I don't know. You should live in a place where there's not somebody. Especially since apparently you've never lived across somebody before. How is a shitty time to start when you're 50 years old? Obviously. Better, I mean, even looking at you, it's pretty close to accurate, but it's like, it's no better and never seen you. You would think an older or a troll or something would honestly think so. The eye don't seem blatant well adjusted, but I tell you, between all that, well, between the threats and lying too, but between all the stomping and the noise that has to occur on a daily basis, it gives no impression that you're a well adjusted, well rounded like person. But I mean, like I say, the threats and lying, those go a long way too. Right? That impression down. Go a long way. I would have had more respect for you, honestly, if you had actually threatened me. Because you did threaten me, but that you had actually been honest about it afterwards, too. Like, you're damn right, I told him I'd kick his ass. Like, I would have respected you more then as a human being. And you threatening me twice out on that porch and then having to lie about it. I mean, you know, you lied about it again when the cops came there just before New Year's Eve. And then short March 8th, when you stood out here at my door, threatening to cave my head in and all that shit, stomping and banging and everything else for about an hour or so, that you denied that to Ace too. I did not. It's like, have a fucking video tube. Like apparently they think that's part of your entitlement to reasonable enjoyment. Like I'm pretty sure it's not, but yeah, it's like as a human being, though, I'm just I even despite all this noise and shit, I would have respected you more as a human being if you could have at least fessed up to your own actions. I'll fess up to mine and all this. Yeah, no, I did wear my music during the fucking Christmas stretch. Yeah, yeah, I fucking sure did. Yeah, I did throw a shoe at the ceiling one night. 12:30 at night. Yeah, I sure fucking did. Yeah, I do sit here and fucking vent and rant now because fucking well, I'm not allowed to sleep or do what the fuck I want. I can think this in my head or I can think it out loud. I might as well think it out loud. You're gonna be stomping and fucking banging all the time anyways. I might as well just think out loud. But I will gladly fess up to all I've done. But you, not you. You'll do it and then you'll lie. That's the kind of person you are. But that's the kind of person that doesn't garner much respect except from other liars. That's the thing. Like I bet you other people that lie and are like you that oh that was good. Oh, I like the way you did that. You threatened him twice right to his fucking face from your balcony, and then you denied it to him. And then you denied it to the cop, even though he knows you did. Even though he's got video of you fucking threatening him since then. So that's good. That's very clever and smart. You're so wise. Like, yeah, no, only other liars, people like that would think what you're doing is somewhat commendable or something. Other than that, anyone with half an ounce of fucking common sense and even just a little bit of morals, they would lose respect for you. I find it ironic they're talking of respect because Cheryl thinks I disrespect her. It's like, oh, I kind of think she disrespects most of her tenants, if anything. Probably a bigger problem with that than one person disrespecting her. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't have to be the case. I have to move, or I should just it, or even have to go on medication so I can learn to cope with it. No, it shouldn't have to be anything like that. My reasonable enjoyment of my tenement isn't supposed to interfere with your reasonable enjoyment of your tenement. I'm pretty sure your reasonable enjoyment of your tenement shouldn't interfere with mine. I'm just positive of it. Like literally. Hey, before you can, that's ideally generally how it was. There are a few exceptions to the case every now and again, it seems, but it's like, yeah, no, for the most part, I have to hear you stomp all day and then have to wait till 1 or 2 in the morning before I'm certain I can go to sleep. Fucking insane. The other thing too, where I say I can either think this in my mind or say it out loud, and it's like actually sometimes it gets hard to just think in the mind when you've got so much noise going on around you. It's almost easier to think and say things out loud rather than just trying to think. I see it died down now over the last 8 minutes or so, 9 minutes. And, nope. I was just getting ready to turn it off because I figured, oh, it's going to die down now. I'm welcome to try and take a nap again. I don't have time to, but I'm welcome to try, aren't I? I find it myself remarkable there in Cornwall how they even address those bylaws because anything they have pertains to more mechanical or some sort of electronic, whether it's loud music or the motor that's being revved or something. It has nothing to do with just general noise. Good, because I mean stomping and banging is pretty fun. It really is, especially every day for fucking don't even know when you're allowed to go to sleep. Somewhere around 1 or 2 generally. That's the thing too. I shouldn't have to condition or do anything to have to learn how to cope with being oblivious to noise that is just disturbing and disruptive and constant. I just shouldn't have to on this scale because it's like, on the other hand, what if somebody ever does break in? Oh yeah, no, I'll just think it's you for stomping and begging, right? Like, that's kind of the weird thing. That's like why fire alarms they sound distinctly like they sound. They don't sound like anything else where they can fire alarm for that reason. But they are uninformable. Or, oh well, I thought it was a telephone. Oh, I thought it was a song. No, fire alarms. Paid for, so it can't be. I know I shouldn't have to do anything to where it's like, oh, okay, now I'm used to it. No, each day. No, no, shouldn't have to. Actually, a reason why we have ears and we hear and stuff. It's definitely not to hear somebody stomping fucking bacon across borders all fucking day. I know that much. Primarily, though, it's to be able to hear others communicate. There is some sense of joy to hearing, although man, you're depriving me of any joy I have with hearing. Um, be alerted of dangers. I don't think we were given ears. Like, we're not designed to hear. Sure of it. Like, what's insane is, dude, I was working 12-hour shifts before. At least 3 or 4 days a week. 12-hour fucking shifts, so I was probably gone from here at least 14 hours a day. How long it takes to get to and from work, and then if I have to stop and get anything after work, or probably gone about 14 or 15 hours a day. And it's like you would have had all the time to make all the noise you want, and it's like it still wasn't good enough. Get up that floor, leave here for about 5:30, work, come home for 7 p.m. And it's like I still can't go to sleep before fucking 12, 1 o'clock, and it's like, God damn. Have to get up for 4 again, go work for 12 more hours. So you still made all the noise you wanted in those 12, 14 hours, and it's like that still wasn't enough. Fucking amazing. I mean, thing is though, at this point, even if Face wins and they put me out, they still lose. They're still gonna lose because, like I told you, you're not gonna get somebody else in down here that's gonna want to stay and listen to that all the time. I'm gonna, even otherwise than that, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose out more than they gain. Like, fine, they got rid of me. I wasn't the problem. So, like that's almost like cutting off part of your arm because you have a tick on your other elbow. Oh, there's a tick on my other elbow. I better cut off my left arm. That's pretty much what they're doing here. Problem is you. You're the tick, but they'll cut off the other arm. Up until you own, maybe sometimes my rent was late, but it's always paid on time. It's always paid before the end of the month. Never oh, last month's balance over to this month's balance. No, there was never that before you. That didn't start until you. And it started voluntarily come just this past July, August, because it still goes on and on. I'm working again, and like maybe I figured it would give them a little incentive to try and actually remediate this matter. They're not interested in remediating this matter. That's fine. Between you, between them, whatever. They think you're such wonderful people. They should invite you over for a week or two and have you stay above them. Look on her face and oh, they're such good people. It's like I would be surprised if Cheryl's writing fucking books about how good you two are and just all of your righteousness and I honestly wouldn't be surprised. They think you're such good people. Well, I'd love for them to have you stay above them for a week or two. Works out well, then go for another week or two. Like I'm telling you, they won't get through a year before they decide, you know what, you actually are pretty fucking well. I know it. Because that's just like any time they have spoke to you, it might go quiet for about a day or two, and then it's right back at it, ain't it? Business as usual. And I'm left to decide, do I want to complain again and be accused of being the problem and being harassed by Cheryl, or I want to listen peace and quiet and be able to sleep when I need to. That's all I really wanted. It'd be nice to sit here awake too and not have to listen to all this stuff all the time, but well, like I say, according to Cheryl, according to bylaw and everything, like your reasonable enjoyment supersedes mine. No, no, they need to. They like to stomp, so they have to be able to. They can make it all day, every day. And additionally, they'll do it into the night, and even if you complain about it, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but for some reason, it don't seem to matter. Counting anyway. Retrospect. At the end of the day, I used to lie in bed as I was drifting off to sleep, and I would consider how I thought my day was. I don't do that anymore. Now I just, when I lay down, it's like, oh my god, I hope they don't start stomping. Is the camera on just in case they start stomping? Them are my thoughts now as I go to sleep or try to sleep. But it used to be that I would think about my day that's already passed or what's to come tomorrow, and sometimes I would consider, well, so how do I think my day went today? I guess it went pretty good. I mean, this happened or this happened. This was nice, like things like that. And it's like, no, now it's all centralized around how much stomping did I have to listen to today? How much did it interfere with this or how much did it interrupt this? Did I get my usual migraine? Do I have that turning feeling in my stomach that seems to sit there and just stay once it starts? Like, them are the questions I have to ask myself. And usually there's some of them, so it's like, yeah, Very seldom can I say, oh, this is a good day. Hey, very seldom. I said, it's literally louder in here than it is outside. Like, you start your stomping shit there, it's literally louder in here than it is outside. It's kind of fucking sad because you have to pay to be here. You're supposed to have the right to reasonable enjoyment. But I actually have to leave if I want some reasonable enjoyment. That thing is I'm not a millionaire. There's only so many places I'm watching go, and there's only so many places I want to go. And also, I don't feel I should have to up and leave because I was trying to enjoy myself here. Oh, they're starting to stomp. Well, I guess I better leave so I can enjoy myself somewhere else, even though I pay to be here. Yeah, that's fucking retarded too. Oh, do I stop recording? Do I keep recording? I'm not sure. Are you gonna start stopping again, or are we cool to close this little chapter of this book for the moment at least, or I'm never sure. I'm not wrong. There's no, this is wrong. There's no that much. Everything. Fine. Perhaps I'm gonna have to about an hour, exercise and get it done real quick. Hurry up. Yeah, I'm related to what I got to do for today. About you.